I need a break from all of this. Welcome to Still Plays. This is Grand Arena, the first match of Season 75. And we are 62 skill rating away from Kyber 1. So we're approaching the doorstep, but it would probably have to take a 3-0 week to get there. Sometime this season, though, Kyber 1, we should be able to get in there. And my goal is to transition this account into just a Kyber 1 account. Everything else has been done. That's what we need to work on. Now, last season, we got really close after week 1. I needed 1 or 2 matches in week 2 in order to climb into Kyber 1, and I went 0-3 that second week. We did go 6-3 the hard way overall in the season. We had a great season, but that second week just knocked us out. Now, a quick look at how those teams performed, because it's going to show some stuff about the Datacrons. The first one was an automatic win. Second match was the tough one. It looks like my opponent did Great Mother up against my Ahsoka. The rest of the teams, not too much of an issue, tried Bo-Katan to clean up Ahsoka. Doesn't know about the Bad Batch counter. That's what I had been doing to clean up those Ahsokas. Then he tried Phoenix up against Third Sister. This does work. I have used it myself. So maybe modding, other things going on that affected that. So that's good that we got a hold there. And then the other one, yeah, only those 2 battles. Then final match, this guy started attacking and then gave up. Here with Jabba, he attempted JMK, which is a mistake. Wasn't working up against that Cad Bane Cron, the support Cron, Boss Nass, Dr. Aphra. Just, yeah, he did not have a plan for it. A look at our bracket. My opponent is Henry, 12.7 million GP account, so smaller than mine. And in terms of the bracket, looks like 14... In the 14 range is kind of the mode for this bracket. I'm in the lower half. Zetas, my opponent is low, but that could mean high quality account, high quality player who's climbed up a lot, because this is looking like the smallest account in the bracket. Definitely by GP and Zetas. Ami's, he's way low. Not way low for the bracket. He's actually kind of keeping pace. He's at 54. My 73 puts me at number 2 in the bracket. I've been holding back some for all these marquees that are about to be added to the game fairly soon with Vader Duel's End and all those other ones. Relics at 275, which is more than me. I'm usually low on this. This is one of my lowest metrics because of how I've built out my roster. Rest of this looks fine. Oh, I guess the high mark would be, we got 300, 309, 316. 316 is the high mark, but there's a couple other ones. I'm in the lower half. Am I the bottom one? No, I'm second to lowest on relics. With tier totals, at 1583, I am the lowest, significantly. My opponent's really good in this arena. But it looks like at tier 3, tier 5s are pretty close. Tier 6 he has a few. He's got a bunch at tier 7. I actually have more at tier 8 and tier 9. So that's actually relatively favorable for me for being being lower on the relics. I actually have better high relics. He just has more tier 7. 6-dot mods, he's at 583, which is quite low, but this is why I was saying is a younger account. Both the Zetas and 6-dot mods, this is time and game metric. There's really no shortcuts to this. Looking at his averages though, they're solid for where he's at. I am in the upper half, but just barely, with the top 25 average. With the top 500 also in the upper half. It looks like I might be, am I second? No, I'm third. I'm third in the bracket with modding, Datacrons. I'm usually very strong. Yeah, I'm number 1 in Datacrons. And I've been weak on the rerolls. I actually should improve that, but I have been lazy. Kind of what I was alluding to with the opening. I'm just a little burnt out right now. Not that I'm going to stop playing. We just ease up on things. We ease up on the obsession when I get a little tired. Now, with the modding, his GLs look fantastic. His modding on almost all of them is better than mine. This is a really good sign for him. The rest of his characters, though, I'm looking a lot better. Malgus is slower, Raddus is unnecessarily fast. Got Iden, Starkiller, double, a little slower than mine, not bad though. No Amis on Aphra, and slower on some of these characters. We got double Swallow, single third, triple Malgus, way too fast on Malgus too. Double Bodalore, double Bane, double Jar Jar, double Cadme, single on Luthen, single on Jocasta. Haven't worked on the Bad Batch characters yet. We got triple Exile, and we got double on Baylan, triple Rey. If you can see, I've got a bunch more Relic 8s this season too. We just had a session of roster gearing, and I bumped up a number of my relics 7s to 8s. And then no Night Trooper, no Zelbar, but we do have Morgan and these other characters looking a little slower. I'm thinking he's going to be kind of shallow in these matchups. With a look at his roster, his era characters, I've been looking at this. He's further ahead. I'm starting to take some of mine to 70, but only a couple of them. Now with his speed, who are we even looking for? And he's shallow. His Revan is his final one at 300 speed or higher. At 301 speed, Echo's at 298. These other ones are at 298. That puts him at 37 characters, which is like half of what I've got. I'm around 70. So we have a significantly faster roster. When we look at some of these characters though, he's got some good ones like Stranger, Exile, Rey. Like he has everybody who's fast is worthy, more or less. I mean, some are unnecessarily fast, but it's really about who isn't fast enough. And that is where we could start seeing some benefit to my roster, maybe some benefit to my defense. Going through here. So I did remember to update my crons, which I was pretty happy about. It was like within 30 minutes. I almost forgot. Didn't really update the teams on defense. I did add Jabba because the support cron is making Jabba effective at getting holds again. I put the Poe cron onto Finn. I took off Rose. I added Jocasta and Qui-Gon to defense because I didn't really feel like I'd be using them on offense anyway, so that might give him some trouble. I threw down Ser Junda because now with the Stranger, I don't think I'm going to use that team. So I figured throwing it on defense might be worth a shot. Then a lot of this hasn't changed. I did add a droid cron with Chupio, and all that was there before. Updated crons, of course. And then back here, I did make some minor changes. Okay, I added Jedi Master Mace, and I threw down this Dooku cron onto Trench now that the Trench cron is expired. Hopefully Dooku cron is better because that Trench cron was easily handled and probably shouldn't have been on defense the whole time. There's the fleet defense, which is not ideal. I've been talking about change git, just not doing it. Because there's a particular defense, if I go up against it, I get into an RNG match, which has cost me a couple times. All right, we got Rey, Kelleran, weird Kelleran. Well, he probably doesn't have Mace Windu. All right, we got Tarkin, Boba Fett, Maz. We're looking at Jabba, Ahsoka, Tuskens, Saw, Finn. All right, this one will be easy. We're just doing Boba Fett. I took Boba Fett off of defense to have this counter available. But how do we want to play it? Probably like this. Hate that there isn't an, or is there an, because it doesn't show up when you do dark side, I don't think. Yeah, I hate that. Where are you? There we go. We got audio levels, we got everything looking good. Let's go to full screen and let's get started. I would like to play this relatively clean, but these first weeks can be a mess. All right, let's ability block. I was really hoping to get one on Bosch. All right, let's throw out some thermals. We only got one on Bosch. We're gonna try and use it, but yeah, it wasn't enough. It's just by the time I get thermals out again, I know it's gonna be back. Okay, so thermals. We're at 3, which is not great. Next turn we'll be able to execute. Hopefully we can get that. No, it's still around 3. I'm waiting a turn. I want more. We shouldn't have used execute so early. Can we get ability block? I might get devoured. I'm a little worried that we've taken so long because of that impatience early. I'm waiting because we got more thermals coming right next turn. Fine. Why? Potency is not good enough. All right, let's give it a shot. Yeah, it just wasn't enough. There we go. I mean, we took too long. I should have showed more patience early. And we're gonna use it. We have to get healing immunity because Zam's gonna keep blowing up thermals, which is going to decrease our odds at getting high enough thermals to cause problems on Chrysanthemum. Is this not going to be a 3v3 thing? Yeah, this might not be a 3v3 thing. It is the support cron. Because I guess in 5v5 we had Fennec, who was with some armor shreds, we had some mass assists. We can't target Jabba right now. Alright, fine. We'll have to find a different 3v3 counter. Although I probably could have checked this, right? Because this crown, was this crown around last 3v3? No. Or was it? See, this is terrible. Alright, 7. Come on! I just got an auto. What I want to talk about today in terms of nonsense, if we get an opportunity to, is I want to talk about Land of the Seven Kingdoms and Fallout. Just some wide swaths things. We're not going to get into spoilers. Try to avoid that here. But I'm annoyed by some things with Fallout in particular, and Land of the Seven Kingdoms is doing a great job. And the juxtaposition of the two kind of shows why I'm happy with one and not the other. It's just not going to happen. Oh my god, we're there, we're there. Execute. Come on, execute. Give me some thermals. I should have autoed earlier. If I autoed earlier, we at least get through Chrysanthemum. He was there. No. We needed to auto. So maybe we will try it again. Alright. How have I been doing all this? So we started doing Stranger. Let's do Stranger here, because that's what we were doing in 5v5. So we're doing Stranger, which, how will we play this? Like Maul, Starkiller? Probably. Yeah, because, I mean, we kind of had a tank, but it was a Jedi tank. This will be fine. I like it. And then how that... We gotta get to the back one, because I need to know about my SLKR. Well, I guess Ahsoka, we're gonna do Leia. She's not on defense, is she? Okay. Is this healer crime? Yeah. Oh my god, it's the wrong ball. Jesus. I did Sith, not unaligned Force user. Because Stranger's the Sith. Oh my god. Well, this is a disaster because now we don't have the bonus from Starkiller, and this might cost me this match actually. Let's see if we can at least take somebody out. This is why I keep emphasizing presets, especially for some of this newish stuff. This is a disaster. We have no stat boost. Just an absolute disaster. That probably cost me this match. I guess it depends on his back wall. Oh my god. Am I liking this? Alright, I just scouted him. I think we're okay, but it means I can't use this here. Because I need to use this elsewhere to have a shot. I need to do C-BANE. I think. I'm just concerned about Churns. Some of these I've rerolled, some of these I haven't. Looks like I did a little bit there. I'm so irritated with myself right now. Alright. Let's do that. I did add the final Ami. Okay, I'm starting to remember this. I haven't done this in a while. Because we can't one-shot with C, because they have the instant defeat immunity. But we can use it to get rid of debuff, or get rid of buffs, and to make things a little faster. I'm just a little worried about the tank cron. Yeah, he has the tank cron. Okay, ultimate. We'll clear buffs. Land the shock. I should put that shock over on Ezra. Alright. Let's auto. Yeah, so the plan here is I can now use SLKR up against Rey, which means I then have to do Leia up against Pirate Honda, who I'm expecting on his back wall. His history shows only one GL on his back wall, and everything else looks the same, so I think that's a safe assumption. Assuming we get through this Ahsoka. Which I don't know if it's going to happen. I guess eventually you're going to get your stats drained enough where I should be able to, right? And my siphon's going to get better and better. How would I clean this up if I don't get through it? We've done JKR before, but have we done JKR in 3v3? It takes a while. And we'd have to do it twice because of the tank cron. No, this is my best shot. And we can see the impact is happening. Yeah, so let's transition to some talk about Fallout. What I'm annoyed about, and I've said this in previous things about the first season, and I've having conversations with my brothers. My brothers really liking the season. I know most people are. But what I don't like is shows being wasteful with their time, especially when there's not that many episodes. And what I would say the last 4-5 episodes of Fallout could have been 2. Easily could have been 2. Nothing happened. There's so many wasteful scenes that add nothing to the story. And this is why I feel like I can talk about some of these things without spoiling anything, is because nothing happens. It's all like plot. It's like, and this happened. No story. Like, story is, why did it happen? What is this saying about the characters or about the events? Versus a show like Night of the Seven Kingdoms, where every single scene is telling a story, and it's good, and it's so nice to be watching good stuff again. All right, how am I navigating the rest of this? What's happening up top? Because there's only one GL with Rey, right? Yeah, we're safe. I just got to be careful because these are good teams. Because I don't want to get stuck. That's my big concern. We can definitely do Traya up against the Tuskens, which I'm hoping to not do. What's my Rogue One situation? I left him at red. I left him at 1. It works better with him. If we use another tank, let's try that. It's not ideal. His taunting's not going to be as good. Probably support. I don't have enough. Yeah, I feel like we got plenty of light side tanks and not a lot of places to use them. We're going to go with this. I'm not feeling great about it. I probably should have just used Traya. Okay. I do have pre-taunt though. I'll hold on to that for a moment. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do this. Now we'll swap. Baze isn't doing so great. I should have saved. Okay, no. This is fine. Throw a stun over here. That's good. Alright, we're about to hit the 100, but we got to get Spark of the... This is Spark of the Rebellion, right? Yeah, that Spark of the Rebellion will be able to blow them up next turn. Here we go. Boom. Perfect. Okay. So Baze did everything I needed that K2 would have done. We're going to use gas here. Oh, man. No, we should be fine. We got attacker crowns. We only have one more light side one. I don't like that. My thought on Fallout in a moment. Just want to make sure we're out of danger first. I'm gonna... Okay, come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're done. But we're going to start another battle, so maybe we need to take a moment. What am I doing next? The problem's Finn. And the problem with Finn is one of the good counters would be like Malgus, but I need to actually use Malgus up against Boba Fett up here. I also still need to get through Jabba. Although without Bosch, I could probably use Aphra now, right? It's still support Kron, but Aphra's Aphra. Even though we don't have any Amis here, maybe this is more risky than I'd like. Target lock. Basic against an enemy with target. We get a little recovery. And turn meter, is that better than the attacker Kron? No. No. I'd rather the offense. Yeah. I'm iffy on this. I don't like it. Because it's a good Chrysanthemum. But I think without Bosch, we're going to be able to do this. We just got to get our mastery up. We got to siphon a whole bunch. We do have armor shreds. It's just a question of timing. Okay, first armor shred. AoE. Yeah, so here's my point. Like, take the most recent episode of Fallout. I'm going to name one scene, but nothing happens in the scene, so don't worry about it. It's just, what's his name? Maximus with the ghoul and his friend. What was his friend's name? Something with a T, I think. Maximus walking with the ghoul, and it's a scene with the fusion device, or the fission device. Fusion? No, it's a fusion device. Cold fusion device. And it's the ghoul getting upset about it and nothing happening. They established nothing. We already knew what Maximus wanted to do with it. They already established that in the last episode. We already knew what the ghoul wanted to do. That was already established in the last episode. Nothing was added of any import. You could have just cut out that scene. We would have been fine. The only thing that it would have done is explain that they're going to get supplies to fight Deathclaws. That's it. You could have just explained that in the scene when they're getting equipment and stuff. You just tweak some of the writing. And this is what I'm there, and this is what's been going on episode after episode after episode, where it's just like, what is the purpose of this? Can we use time better? And that's what I am liking so much about something like my recent rewatch of Battlestar, or more importantly with Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, is the scenes actually matter, and that's critical to a well-written show. Because what you have with like Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is all these subtle moments that if you're paying attention, they tell you a ton about the characters. They tell you a ton about who these people are. Like every scene with Egg and Dunk is great. When they're like watching the joust and you see Egg like shift his hands, where you can tell that he's trying to think through how does he squire for Dunk. That's very important for character building. That's a relevant scene. That should be there. You see all these scenes with Dunk and how he's interacting with other knights, and you see the juxtaposition of how he views himself as a knight, how he sees chivalry versus how all the other knights see chivalry and how they abuse their titles. Like, that is good. Like, that's quality writing there. Those are scenes that add to your understanding of the character, and that's at minimum what should be happening, not just saying like, and this happened, which is my big issue with Filoni, where Filoni is it's so plot forward, where it's just like, what happens is not as important as why did it happen. All right, I think I got a cheap way to navigate this. This is going to be my wasted Maul. I'm making a preset for that. I'm putting it right at the top. I can't believe I did that. Well, no, I absolutely can believe that I did that. I do things like that all the time. but I'm very upset with myself for doing that. I imagine I want you guys in the other slots. Alright. I don't want to give you an attacker crown. Tank? Let's give him tank. Yeah, and that's not to say I'm not enjoying Fallout. I love Fallout. I like that world. I like being in it. I just want it to be better. That was my whole hope. Like, I was fine with Season 1 being like that, more or less, because Season 1 needed to establish the universe, establish the IP. But I was hoping that in Season 2, what we would be seeing is the show take a step forward. Be a little bit more ambitious in the kind of show and story it was trying to tell. This is Dispel. Yeah, okay, let's do this one. That's better. Alright, I want to take out Finn, Hero Finn, because he's an actual threat. Now we'll work on Old G Finn. Okay, there we go. The tank crown worked out, since we would have lost Gar-Saxon otherwise. Yeah, that's probably enough. Let's just do it. Okay, now we're in trouble if he has more than Pirate Hondo on the back wall. How did we beat the stranger in 5v5? I had to do it once. It took me several attempts. How did we do that? I only faced the stranger once on defense. Alright, I gotta... The rest of this is easy. If I can play it the way that I want. It's just the stranger. Because we have... attacker crown. I think he helps me a little bit out by having a tank, but only by a tiny bit. And if I use SLKR there, which probably isn't going to work because we don't have as good of a cron anymore as we did like in 5v5. Well, maybe we... But then I have no solution up against Rey. Right? No, I could do Leia. But if I do Leia, how am I beating Pirate Hondo? Then I'm in a Pirate Hondo situation. God, messing up the stranger has just murdered me. I'm going to gamble. So what I'm thinking is we're going to try some of the 5v5 counters in 3v3. One in particular I think has the better shot. If we do Treya, God, maybe if I had higher relics on my Treya. I don't feel confident. Where are you? I gotta up the relic levels on these guys. Do I want support or attack? I think support. Because it's not really about doing damage. Staying alive. Like, support is going to allow them to stay alive maybe a little better. Let's go for the protection. Alright, let's gamble. Alright. So we take a hit, we get stunned, but that doesn't matter because we have Treya lead. Let us... What did all this stuff do? We got Cortosis. All this does is make me really want to hit Ninth Sister. Okay. Let's isolate Starkiller. We'll increase cooldowns now. Because now we don't have to worry about as many assists coming from Starkiller. Alright. Whenever... I think I can afford to hit the stranger right now. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. I don't like it. I'm gonna go ability block stranger. I think was the. Please let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Oh. I think relic levels maybe. Next week we can up the relic levels and maybe. It was like, you see the ideas there. This is relic. Maybe some of it's relic delta. Gungans feels like a 5v5 only thing. I don't even know which Gungans I would want. And I don't have all the... Do I even want to try that right now? I wonder if I want to do something like Great Mother. Like, is that crazy? I'm gonna do it. The problem is, what characters are the most important to this counter? What if I do? I'm doing tank even just because I know I'm low on support and attacker crimes. Maybe I should just use one of them. I mean, if I'm going to use them, this would be a battle for it. Start with their turn. Support allies, dispel buffs. We're going to do it. I don't like it. Really what I need is Jar Jar to give me the 1 in a million blow up stranger. Can you give me that? Let's go debuffs. Okay. I'm going after Star Killer. Ooh, we do have Death Mark though. Can we do anything with Death Mark? It doesn't feel like it. Yeah, now we're gonna get blown up and it's over. No. Here. Alright, we're gonna try Night Sisters. Oh, and you know what I'm just realizing? Wonder Man, haven't watched it yet. I'll probably watch it after this. That'll be my show this evening. Alright, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall right now, trying to figure out how we're gonna deal with this in 3v3. Although I think we could have done like probably could have done Bane Vader if I didn't mess up the stranger. That's what kills me. Oh, okay. So we're going to gamble with this. We don't have a... Oh, we're not going to use zombie. See, the thing is... Wait, no, not DACA. It's going to have to be adventurous. But the thing is, I've refused to put Crons on Talzin. And this is probably going to cost me. You know what? Let's try Great Mother first. How are we going to play this with Great Mother? These relic levels. Would I rather have Acolyte or Spirit? Alright, what are we doing here? Tank? Well, the tank doesn't really work, but I don't feel like I have an option because I'm running low on crons. I've been using a lot of the support cron because it adds that crit hit immunity. We're just gonna do it because we don't have support anymore. And we're not gonna use an attacker cron. Are there things in this kit that we're gonna do this? The stun is terrible. But we are taking the hits, which is good. But we've lost Spirit, which is bad. I don't know. Maybe we should have gone after somebody else. But I'm liking the fact that I'm not done. Oh, this might be the end. Yeah, that's the end. All right. I don't think I can get through this. Because other teams have a use. I'm going to try the other Night Sisters. This is a Hail Mary, and then we're going to just clear the rest of the board and forget about it. But it would be this. Cron? Well, I guess I might have a Cron that can give him stats, right? No. Okay. I guess I could grab that Phasma Cron if I need another one to throw on people. That's not how I thought it was going to go. Not at all. What do we want to do? I think I just want to forfeit. Yeah, let's get out of here. That was useless. I'm going to hear about how I should have those characters at relics, or Talzine at relics, which I've been just refusing to do. And I don't really want to budge on. Alright, I don't even know if this is going to go great. Oh, wait. Was that the path I wanted to do? Because I was going to do SLKR up against Pirate Hondo? Or did I want to do Leia there? Yeah, I had that right. Back up here. Tank. Rebel, Trogan, R2, Tank Cron. I should still have some of these left. Yes. Yes. All right. Got a little derailed from that nonsense. This would have been a perfectly fine match had I had a preset. It's just killing me. Everything would have been fine. We would have just used BANE on Stranger and it would have been fine. Can we get ambush, please? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Like, if we're not going to hit the damage immunity, let's at least get the ambush. Okay. We gotta get rid of Barris first. There's the damage immunity, and it's already on Rey. Let's maybe get it on Swallow? Nope, we don't. Well, we gotta do this now. Let's stun Swallow. I'm gonna save that for a turn. Alright, take the hit. Hit Barris. Okay. Oh, I should have been targeting Rey. This was a mistake. Alright. There goes Barris. There goes Ben. Let's work on ambush now on Rey. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I should have done the first special when I had a chance, even though she was in that can't hurt mode. The damage immunity mode, because we could have been stacking stats and I missed like a cycle of stat stacking. Like right now. I should still do it regardless. That was fortunate. Okay, so they're in the yellow. We're so close to being able to use my alt. Am I gonna get there though? No, we're not gonna. Maybe. Let me do it. Let me do it. Please let me do it. We might get everybody back. Swallow. Oh no, okay. You use the other ability to get rid of them. I think I'm going to time out. I'm going to take out Swallow and time out. Can we do that? That probably won't work, is it? Because we only have one guy left. Let's try it. No. Okay. Alright, fine. We are going to have to try and clean up with JML, which means we can't use JML up against Maz Kanata anymore. God, this entire match just completely derailed by one mistake. Because all the things that I want to do just are completely compromised. I mean, it was a pretty massive mistake. It's not like that surprising. Yeah, we got a tank. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, Zam's gone. Or not quite. Knocked out once. I should have even brought her. We should just undersize this with tanks. Alright, we can auto. All right, do we want to cover some nonsense? More nonsense? I have no idea what people think of Wonder Man. I've seen one headline, two headlines that seemed fine. We'll see what I think of it. I tend to be a harsher critic. All right, Jocasta. See, some of these things we need to think about, because Jocasta, like kelleran here, this also would have been nice with. Well, we got options. Tarkin. How was I handling Tarkin last round? Wait a second. Is Saw on defense or not? Oh, he's not. How good's your Cadme? Or did you take Cadme off? Okay, Cadme's in his history, so Cadme must have been swapped out for Stranger. Oh, that makes things a little easier. I don't have to worry about that. I was preserving some teams. So... I should really have Cadme in 3v3, I think. Cadme has a lot of utility as an offensive team in 3v3 that I'm missing. I think I can do this. We're so low on crons though. I didn't factor in Hondo. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Because this is a counter up against some versions, and I did not vet all versions. And I'm a little worried about it now. Like, I did not vet this version in particular. I should have done the other counter that I was looking at. Yeah. I could have done Bo-Katan and we would have been fine. I just was thinking about saving Bo-Katan elsewhere. This was a mistake. This was on versions without Qui-Gold. Alright. This version actually does quite well. I really should have vetted that. There's no chance. That counter had no chance. This one has not even a great chance. This chance has in like the high 80s. But we're doing it anyway. Tank, no. Attacker. Fine, last one. I am gonna go with charging. He's gonna take a turn in a second anyway. No sense and damage immunity on Mace. Ooh, we can do this though. Okay. She's captive. We're not gonna do the alt yet. This though? No. Evasion. Awesome. Okay, when captive comes off, we can just... let's do that for Hondo maybe. I'm kind of surprised this doesn't have like 100% win rate. I think it's just misplaying it. People using the one shot in the wrong way. Or using the ultimate. I'm not noticing the captive. Alright, I wanted to do that because I wanted to use JML. This now I can use... Because the thing is, I also could have used Baylan here. I just... Well, it wasn't going to change things. She only had like a 50-something chance up against that version of Maz. No, not this. This we got stuff. Darth Revan, and I actually have better Old Republic now. I don't know. What do we got? Just take anything. Fear, Shred, buff immunity, good, like that, shock, like it, almost there, okay. Alright. So that was good and perfect. I'm just trying to clear everything other than the stranger. That's my mode now. Hopefully we mess him up somewhere and he gets stuck, because I don't think he is, though. He has a lot on offense. I just think I completely blew up this match. God, I shouldn't have lost this match. I completely had this one. This is also the easiest guy in the bracket. And we fumbled it. Okay, rifled. That's basic. Let's go. Let's just take out guard. Okay, there's the rifle. Awesome. We're good. We're good. Okay. So I'm going to clean that up with JML, I guess. So I have to... But I wanted to experiment and see if there's like easier ways to counter this without the pirate crons, but we have lost that opportunity. Tank? I think tank. And we don't have any more attacker crowns. Fine, whatever. Not that. Yeah, sounds good. Let's take the level 3s. Like this all ought to be easier. even though we don't have a first order crons. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's what I've been telling myself this entire match. Not the entire match, because we were going to do this differently. That's great. Okay. Stop it. Hux, though, was tempting for the swap that we do not have right now. Okay, so there's one of our stuns. Alt. Good. That was a nice amount of damage. Fine, we're just going to keep doing this. I want to get our stats up. We'll start doing the AoEs in a minute. That's what I like. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh my god, that recovery. Finally. I think crew is definitely the right call. Are you serious? Fine, we'll go with this. Oh, we're out of time. Well, we're not out of time. We're getting to a point where I'm now worried about time. Okay. We'll auto in a second. Wanted to manage this, make sure we got to 100%. All right. We're good. Awesome. I would love to find a cheap counter though. This is easy. I was going to do Imperial Remnants here. Just take any cron, doesn't matter. Well, you know what? I want to do some bounty hunters. I guess we'll use the Forlom one. Okay. Doing basics right now. It's not enough blight. We never got there. All right, 835. What would be the most fun? There's a bunch of AoEs here, so they're not ideal candidates for Zuckuss. Still kind of want to do it anyway. Oh, we have Maz Kanata still? I actually don't have great options here. Yeah. See, I had counters until I threw them all at Stranger. Let's do the only thing we can do here. Which is not ideal. Come. So we got breach, we got damage immunity. Let's get protection up. I guess work toward it. It's damage immunity. We're just going to work on spreading the inherited teachings and working towards the ultimate. Swole is coming back. Okay, armor shred, breach. Let's do a damage immunity. I'm terrified. Okay, ability block. There's the damage immunity. Okay, shifting into ultimate mode. Protection up. Oh, oops, we already were at protection up. I need to do a shred. Shred. I don't like any of this. Ultimate. Now we'll knock out. What's your face? Let's do this. There we go. Okay. I know I could have been hitting Swallow the whole time, but I just was trying to time things. Because he was just going to keep coming back and being annoying. Alright, let's take out Fleet before we deal with the rest of this. What? Okay. So, mirror. Wait, that's not mirror. That's home one. Okay. This is easy. Now, how do we want to play it? If we do Profundity there, we could do Empire, which would leave me what up against the Negotiator? The Negotiator's the problem. You know what? I'm gonna hate that I'm doing this, but I'm gonna throw the Malevolence here. Not that one. Because this is actually, I think, my easiest route. Because if I use the profundity here, I'm going to have to use like the Empire up against the Negotiator, which is RNG dependent. And I hate it. Do you not have the B-Wing? You don't have the B-Wing. And there goes my buzz droid. Here's the reapplication. Okay. Oh, you do have the B-Wing. So what was that opening? Like, what just happened there? Did CG, like, throw in a bug? This will go down quick. Yeah, we've won. Or not won. We won this battle. Okay. Which makes the rest of this easy. Should hit the ghost. The last of my Gear 12 pilots. Or Geos. No, that's not even accurate. Geo pilots. Because I did Spy last round. So I wanted to increase Spy's damage. So that this counter would be a little bit more reliable. And now this is easy and straightforward. This cough is not going away. It's like it's been a month and a half. Okay. Alright, and then Empire to easily handle Raddus. We've done that a bunch of times. He's not going to have any trouble with Fleet. I'm just trying to see if there's other failure points, and I just don't think there's. He's light on a couple counters, but he makes up with that by having more GLs on offense. Oh wait, did I have bombers in my starting lineup? I didn't even check. Yeah, good. All right. Stun. Oh, you know what? I usually bring out the interceptor, don't I? To dispel. We can do this anyway. It's fine. I'm gonna heal because I don't want to lose Vader. But I think I could have gone the other way and taken turn meter. Just do that. Okay, comeuppance. Alright, fleets handled. Things went like fairly well, other than the stranger, or well, the Maul. The stranger elements. Because we would have one fewer attempt, or two fewer attempts on Rey. Maskanata, I would have. I guess that's theoretically I could have still messed it up. This went fine. Yeah. Alright. And we have what left? And we got some bounty hunter stuff. We got a Wampa that doesn't work up against Scout Trooper. Saw is interesting. It looks like Saw, there's versions I could win if I had Krex, but Krex isn't available. Alright. We're gonna try some things. Well, not try it. This one I'm more confident on. Whatever, right? Offense stacking. That should work. And yeah, so we mark Raddus, go. And that's fuel. Get the buffs. Spread them buffs. I don't think we need to do a swap yet. Free turn. Swap. Ooh, don't like that. Maybe I should have brought Jolie. We're gonna go to Yoda. I should have swapped with Bastila. I should have more turn meter. Raddus. You know what? Can we stun? I should have stunned Jen. Okay. Ability block. Yeah, we swap, get that turn meter. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, we gotta make sure we handle Jin before she can bring him back. Alright, handled. But, where does that put me? Maybe if we had an attack of crime, we could use Wampa. I'm gonna go Rebel Fighters. Just because I don't think I have a ton of other choices. And I have pretty decent Rebel Fighters. Just cheer it. Throw the bomb. More. You got blind. Don't have buffs. Awesome. I want more health up. I need the stealth to go away. Because that's what I'm missing. There we go. We might just need to time it right. Have our abilities ready to go. No, we're good. Over. I can't believe that doesn't have a higher win rate. Maybe it's relic levels and stuff, but to that, it was problem free. Alright, now we're going to try Maz. This is what I was saving Maz for. Is that what I'm thinking? Yeah, I guess. And what do we have? Bounty Hunter, Dark Side Healer. We don't have a healer. I'll start with protection up, sure. I don't think this has any shot. I guess Captive the Stranger? You know what? I don't mind if we take out the Stranger by some miracle. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh my god. I decided I'd rather lose Hondo than risk it. Oh my god, this crushes it. Well, I guess this wasn't the Maul version. But, still. I mean, that keeps us alive. I wish we would have attempted that earlier. I don't know if we can use it for the future, because we're not considering Ninth Sister again on any Stranger on defense. We'll check back. I mean, that's, considering the massive mistake we made up top, that makes me very happy. It was a loss. Expecting a loss after having made that mistake. But I actually feel fine about this because he one-shot everything. And that means, doesn't matter what I would have done, I still would have lost regardless. There was no winning this if I hadn't fumbled. We still would have dropped a battle, like that Jabba battle. That was going to happen regardless. So overall, I think there's some decent lessons to be learned here that we just might need to make some tweaks to the defense. But he also had a good amount of GLs for offense. Maybe it goes differently, maybe not. But congrats to Henry. What do we got going on? I got more conquest stuff that I want to look at, like the kit. I want to do a kit reveal. So there's other things that we're working on this weekend as we get transitioning out of conquest into this Grand Arena season. We'll look at a couple other things. Thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other. Everybody, this still plays Galaxy of Heroes.